Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. If you're new here and you're watching for the first time, my name is Abby. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a wife, and I'm a mom of two. And on this channel, we talk all things lifestyle, personal growth, and entrepreneurship and development. So on this video, I'm going to be showing you how I renovated my cottage. So I traveled all the way from the UK to Zimbabwe to renovate this cottage. It's going to be a mixture of video clips and pictures, basically. So as you can see on this is what the before looked like. I mean, minus the windows and the doors. So on this picture, this is when the land was still new, and I was seeing it properly it wasn't brand new, but it was still new. I was seeing it properly for the first time. The land is in Bulawayo, and it's 4 acres big, which I think is around nearly 20,000 square meters, and it's an agro plot, so you can do your small scale farming there, or you can just use it as a homestead, or whichever is best for you. But for us, initially we were not supposed to live there. So this cottage that was being built that I'm talking about, it wasn't supposed to be a place for us to live. It was supposed to be a place for the person who was managing the business on the ground, for him to live there. But the business didn't work out, and that's another story for another day. And this is what the house was like before, but that was before they put the doors. This was the tiling, and I think his was installing the sink. This was the bathroom. This was the ceiling completed, and I mean, it was just yeah, that's how it looked. And this was the tiling before it was. Well, it was supposed to be finished by then, and you know, when you get pictures, it's never how it is, especially when you go and see it on the ground. It looks quite different from how it looks on the pictures. And if you're doing a project like this for the first time, you know, when you see pictures with no experience, like sometimes excitement can overwhelm, and you just end up looking at the positives. But then when you see something on the ground with your own eyes, and it's not really what you want, it's kind of yeah, it can be a little devastating, to be honest, when you realize what has been done. And this was us on our way to deliver some furniture that I bought in SA, so that we can put it in the house after we were finished with all the renovations. Yeah, and we had arrived here. That small building over there is just a storage where we keep all the extras, like locked away, that we don't really want in the house, or they have no space in the house. So we had hired this truck to deliver the furniture in Pumla South, and that cost us around $80, which is not really bad. It's affordable. Yeah. Yeah, we finished delivering the furniture. We just put it in one of the rooms that was not yet being renovated. And that over there is the neighbors. And this is me walking towards a chicken coop that we had built some time ago, and it was Like it literally fell apart. And honestly, this is a story for another video. If you want to know what happened here, please comment down below and I will let you know. This was supposed to be our chicken business that did not work out. Nothing left basically. And here we're just delivering some items, some door frames, the ceiling boards, the cement and the rhinolite. And one thing that I learned about the cost of delivering materials, it was so expensive because the contractors, you need to make sure that your contractors basically, like, they tell you the correct amount of the stuff that is needed, all the materials. Because we bought stuff and they would come back the next day or after 2 days and say, oh, we're short on this, we've done this, and like we kept on doing so many back and forths with the deliveries that the cost ended up being so high to deliver the materials. And this is when they had basically they closed the door on the back and opened a new door on the kitchen. Here there was no door previously, it was just wall. So we had to create a door here to enter into the kitchen, and we had to create a new entrance as well for the bathroom. So basically we knocked many walls, removed the doors. It was basically, the house was basically like a shell again. It was pretty much like we were building from scratch. There was no ceiling, no windows, no doors. Some walls were knocked. And honestly, when you're building, you need to really trust the process, because when you see it looking like that, like it's like when you'd seen it will complete and then you see it then looking like, oh, it's like we're building from scratch again. It's like your heart just sinks, like, oh my days, is it going to get done? And I really was in a rush to get it done on time because I didn't have so long to be there in Zim. So I basically only had like maybe like 1.5 months or 2 months to get it done. So yeah, time really was not on my side. So we had to make sure that it all gets done. And here we were discussing what we were going to do, how we were going to do it. They're talking about moving. They're talking about moving this bedroom door. They'll figure up because of us. See, apparently there isn't enough soil like kitchen. There isn't enough space for representing, so they have to close here for that. And honestly, traveling all the way to Zim by myself, without my husband, with my 2 kids, the youngest one being 6 months old, honestly, it was a really hard decision for me to make, but it had to be done. Because, you know, if you live in a different country and you want to get things done, sometimes back home, it's so difficult to relay the message to the people back home, to actually to get the picture of your vision. So sometimes I feel that it's best if you go and do it yourself. And I had to really give myself like pep talks, you know, like to encourage myself, like, you can do this, you can do this. And I went for it, stepped out of my comfort zone, went back home, and honestly, I have to say the results were more than what I expected. I mean, I went there thinking that I'm just gonna fix the ceiling, fix the flooring, you know, maybe plaster here and there, paint, and the results was just beyond what I expected. And it's all thanks to the builders involved, to the contractors. The builder in charge is my husband's cousin, yes. And all the back and forth, buying the materials. I was with my dad and my niece, and honestly, without them, like, it was going to be twice as hard for me to do this with kids. And this was the progress when they were putting on the new windows, creating a new space for the door. Honestly, it was a very nice experience, stressful and challenging, but also very worth it. Yeah, so I would say when you are building in any country that you're building, whether you're renovating a building from scratch, you really need to trust the process and make sure that you are there to see the process through. Honestly, I know, like, sometimes you may have people that you trust, yes, but if you want to get your vision the way you want it, I think sometimes you have to do it yourself. And this is when there was like a lot of progress, guys. You saw my son there standing there that day. I was so happy because we got lights. The lighting was finally on. The ceiling was done. Like it was starting to look like a real house now. And we were so happy that day. I remember going back to my dad's house and thinking, wow, like, in the next couple of days, I'm actually going to be sleeping here and it's going to be all done. Like, I was so happy with the progress. And I really was so proud of myself. Like, it was hard work, but it was all worth it in the end. And honestly, my take from this, especially if you're living abroad and you want to build back home, like, you can see what the house was like before. The septic tank, because where we live, we have no sewer system, so you must have a septic tank. You have to provide your own water. And this is the picture of the house outside when it was all done. I mean, you saw the previous picture in the first clip, and this is what it looked like afterwards. This was the kitchen when it was done, and this was the living room entrance where this was the living room. We had put a TV, and this are just some clips of the befores and after, the ceiling before and the ceiling after. And this is the final result of the outside cottage. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, you want a follow-up on anything, you want to know how we did our kitchen, the septic tank, getting the water, the borehole drilling, please let me know in the comment section, and I will happily give you all the information in another video. Thank you.